Wait, stop scrolling. Look closely. Why is Jungkook always there, right next to Jimin? Why does he never let him walk alone? Why does every single airport, every backstage clip, every blurry fan cam show the same thing? Jungkook, protecting, watching, following. Coincidence, or something they've been hiding this whole time? Today, JIKOOK Lover is exposing everything. The moments, the clues, the secrets fans can't ignore anymore. Before we dive in, hit like, drop your theories in the comments, and subscribe right now, because after this video, you might never look at Jungkook and Jimin the same way again. The world of global pop culture never really sleeps. Airports never rest. Cameras never blink. Notifications never stop ringing. Somewhere, at any given second, a fan is recording, a reporter is watching, and millions of eyes are waiting for even the smallest glimpse of their favorite idols. But lately, among all the flashing lights, crowded terminals, and chaotic schedules, one image keeps repeating itself, over and over again, so often that it no longer feels accidental. Two figures, two shadows, two silhouettes walking so close together they almost look like one. Jungkook and Jimin. At first, nobody questioned it. They're group members, people said. Of course they stay close. Of course they laugh together. Of course they walk side by side. It's normal. It's friendship. It's just fan imagination. But then, the clips kept coming, and coming, and coming, until normal started to feel strangely suspicious. Because this wasn't just standing near each other. This wasn't just casual closeness. This was something else. Something quieter. Something instinctive. Something that looked less like a choice, and more like a reflex. At Incheon Airport one freezing morning, the crowd was overwhelming. Fans screamed. Cameras pushed forward. Security tried to create space that didn't exist. Jimin stumbled slightly when someone bumped into him. It happened fast. So fast most people wouldn't even notice. But one person did. Before the bodyguards reacted. Before the staff moved. Before anyone even understood what happened. Jungkook's hand was already there, grabbing Jimin's arm, pulling him back, shielding him with his own body. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't for the camera. It wasn't even something you'd notice unless you replayed it in slow motion. But that was exactly what made it different. It wasn't staged. It wasn't planned. It was pure instinct. The kind of instinct you only have when losing someone, even for a second, scares you more than anything. Fans felt chills watching it. Because that wasn't idle behavior. That was something much more human, much more personal. And from that day on, people started paying closer attention. In Dubai, Jungkook waited until Jimin got inside the van before entering himself. In Lisbon, he walked half a step behind him like a shadow, eyes constantly scanning the crowd. In Tokyo, every time Jimin slowed down, Jungkook slowed down too. Backstage, in places where cameras weren't supposed to matter, he still stayed close. Too close to be random. Too consistent to be coincidence. Too gentle to ignore. The internet gave it a nickname. Bodyguard mode. At first, it was a joke. A cute meme. Fans laughing, saying Jungkook turns into Jimin's personal security. But the more footage surfaced, the less it felt like a joke. Because every time something even slightly risky happened, Jungkook naturally stepped forward. Not a manager. Not security. Him. Like his body had already decided. If anything goes wrong, I stand in front. Psychology fans even began analyzing their body language. The direction of their feet. The space between their shoulders. Where their eyes looked first in a crowded room. And the results were almost unbelievable. Without realizing it, Jungkook's body almost always faced Jimin. Even when talking to others. Even when cameras were somewhere else. Even when he wasn't supposed to be paying attention. It was as if his mind said, focus on the world. But his body whispered, make sure Jimin is okay. Then came the moment that truly shook the fandom. A low-quality fan video. No music. No edits. No dramatic effects. Just raw reality. Jimin looked exhausted. Mask on. Stepped slower than usual. Jungkook quietly walked over. Took Jimin's bag. Carried it without saying anything. No smile to the camera. No fan service. No performance. Just a small, silent action. But somehow, that small action hit harder than any stage performance. Because when someone forgets they're being watched, that's when the truth shows. And the truth looked soft. Careful, protective, almost intimate. That's when the theories exploded. Were they just best friends? Soulmates in a platonic way? Or was there something deeper they couldn't show the world? Something private, something fragile, something they chose to protect the same way Jungkook protected Jimin in every crowd. Because if it's just friendship, why does Jungkook look anxious when Jimin disappears from sight? Why does he always check behind him first? Why does every candid photo show almost zero distance between them? Why does the energy change the second they're separated? And why do millions of fans feel their hearts race just watching them stand next to each other? It doesn't feel scripted. It doesn't feel like fan service. It feels real, dangerously real. And maybe that's what makes it so powerful. In an industry built on perfect images and careful distance, what we're seeing feels unfiltered, unprotected, honest. Like two people who simply don't want to be apart. Global forums started trending. Compilation videos hit millions of views overnight. The name JIKOOK spread across countries, languages, timelines. Not because of scandals, not because of controversy, but because people couldn't look away from something that felt this genuine. Because deep down, everyone recognizes sincerity. And what Jungkook shows around Jimin doesn't look like acting. It looks like habit, like breathing, like something he does without thinking. And maybe that's the biggest mystery of all. Maybe there was never a grand secret. Maybe no dramatic confession. Maybe no headline-breaking reveal. Maybe it's simply this. When Jungkook looks for safety, his eyes look for Jimin. When Jimin feels overwhelmed, he unconsciously moves closer to Jungkook. Like two magnets. Like two halves of the same story. Still, one question refuses to disappear. If all of this is just coincidence, why does it happen every single time? And if one day the truth finally comes out, will we realize we were only watching a beautiful friendship, or the most hidden love story K-pop has ever seen? The more people watched, the harder it became to unsee it. It was like once you noticed the pattern, every new video only confirmed it. Not louder, not more obvious, just quieter, softer, more telling. The kind of details you only catch when you truly care. Like how Jungkook subtly slows his walking speed to match Jimin's shorter steps, even when the rest of the members keep moving ahead. Like how, in crowded spaces, his hand hovers near Jimin's back, not touching but ready. Always ready. Like how his eyes instinctively search for one person first whenever they enter a room. Not the staff, not the cameras, not the fans screaming his name. Just Jimin. There was one late-night airport clip that fans still talk about like it's some kind of legend. No stage outfits, no makeup glow, just two exhausted artists returning from a long schedule. The lights were dim, security was relaxed, almost nobody was filming. It should have been an ordinary, forgettable moment, but that's exactly why it wasn't. Jimin looked half asleep, shoulders slumped, clearly drained. And Jungkook didn't tease him, didn't joke around like usual. He simply walked closer. So close their arms brushed. Not saying anything. Just staying there. Matching every step. Like silent company was all that mattered. No performance. No image to maintain. Just presence. And somehow, that presence felt louder than any concert crowd. Because sometimes love, or whatever this is, isn't grand gestures or dramatic confessions. Sometimes it's just, I'm here. You don't have to look back. I'm right beside you. Fans who saw that clip said the same thing. It didn't feel like two celebrities. It didn't even feel like idols. It felt like two people protecting a tiny, fragile world only they understood. A world built in practice rooms, sleepless nights, shared dreams, and years of growing up together under impossible pressure. Maybe that's why their connection feels different. Because it wasn't created for the camera. It was built long before the world started watching. And maybe that's what makes it impossible to fake. Now the question isn't whether Jungkook stays close to Jimin. Everyone can see that he does. The real question is why. Is it loyalty? Habit? A promise they made years ago? Or something deeper that doesn't even need a name? Something so natural that Jungkook doesn't realize he's doing it, and Jimin doesn't realize he's relying on it? Maybe the truth isn't dramatic at all. Maybe it's simply two hearts that found comfort in each other and never let go. Or maybe, just maybe, what we're witnessing isn't something meant to be explained. Maybe it's just meant to be felt. But if one day Jungkook finally walks through an airport without looking back for Jimin, or Jimin walks ahead without waiting for Jungkook to catch up, wouldn't that feel stranger than any rumor? So tell us honestly, after everything we've seen, every glance, every protective move, every silent step together, are we just watching friendship? Or have we been witnessing a hidden story all along, one that the world isn't supposed to know yet?